Hello everyone, Howard here. I'm a watch enthusiast from the Boston area. I don't work in the watch industry at all, but I'm trying to do some videos once in a while in my spare time to share with all of you. If you find the video helpful, please consider subscribing. Now today I'm doing a watch that this brand, Breguet, I've never done a watch review before. And when I had the opportunity to take a look at this one, I really wanted to look at how this lug is designed. I'm less interested in the other things. It's just the lug looks different from the photos, and I want to see if, what kind of design that is and how do I like it. So some basic information first. This is the Breguet Marine Chronograph 5227 Ti/Y1/2 TWO, as in the number 2. And it's made of titanium. Straight off the bat, it's a very light watch. I mean, it's a big watch. Case is measured at 42.9. The website says 42.3, but I can't get that number. I'm measuring 42.9. Thickness is 13.8. It's big, gigantor. And I would say the widest part of the bracelet is about close to 20, 19.8, maybe it's 20, and the tapers down. I'm sorry, it's 26 at the top, 26 and tapers down to 19.8. Weight-wise, it's only 131 grams, and the 4.66 ounce for such a big-looking watch, because it's titanium. That's the beauty of these metals, that titanium is very light. So I'm not super surprised it only weighs 131 grams or 4.66 ounce. However, when you look at the watch size, the key numbers, I always look at the lug-to-lug. I mean, this one, because it doesn't really have a lug, I would consider this extra piece here is the lug. This piece right here and this piece right here. So the edge of this piece before the link right here, from here to here, that distance lug-to-lug is about 46.7, which is not big. It's actually reasonable for such a large watch, almost 43. But the issue is, like these so-called integrated watch, or whatever you want to call it, the first link, because of the connection, it's connected, it's rigid. And the second link sometimes is also rigid. It doesn't drop down. So in this case, you look at the second link, this is the widest part of this watch. 57.6. Now that is wide. 57.6 is almost like the true lug-to-lug. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these watches. It's not just the case size, it's lug-to-lug. It's the stick out widest part of the first or second link. I mean, overall impression is definitely, it's a very well-made watch. Let me be honest, right? I mean, Breguet, it's got, 250 years of history. It was founded in 1775, one of the oldest, right? And they have some exceptional high-end watches, very, very well-made, expensive, top movements. The Marine, it's kind of like the sporty model. It's one of their, I would say, sporty and more affordable models. And they don't make a lot of watches. And based on my research, Breguet only makes about 18,000 watches per year. 18,000 compared to Vacheron Constantin, 25 to 35 a year, which is also very low. Patek Philippe, 60,000 a year. Then you go to Rolex, 1.3, 1.4 million a year, right? So 18,000 is rare. And that's the beauty of owning one of these watches. I mentioned in my other videos, I bought a 2018 Vacheron Constantin overseas dual time back in 2018. And in the last many years, I travel quite a bit. I have not seen another person have the exact same watch on their wrist. I've seen one with a gold color, and I have a stainless steel blue dial. But that's just rare. But people, watch enthusiasts, if they're into watches, they know these watches. They'll stop you every time they see one. They're like, oh, wow, first time seeing this model in the wild. Same for Breguet. I don't think I've seen these watches. I know a couple of fans have these watches, but I've never seen one out there in the wild. So this is a chronograph. You got the regular running seconds, the smallest style at the 9 o'clock. Then you got the 30-minute counter here at the 3 o'clock, 12-hour counter here at the 6 o'clock. All three are different size. They're a little bit overlapping between the 3 o'clock sub-dial, 6 o'clock. I mean, that's a personal preference whether you like this design or not. I like 3 dials to be at the same size, and I don't like them to be overlapping. That's just me. I like to have a 3 distinctive same size dial, like the Speedmaster or the Daytona type. I love the Zenith watches, but their chronograph not generally, some of these models overlapping each other. I don't like that. And they do have a 4 o'clock date. Their indexes are very unique. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like the way it's designed. It's just different. Looks different from the others, and it's unique. That's the thing about these watches. I like uniqueness. The 4 o'clock date though. I wonder if you can't go a little bit closer to the minute track. It feels like it's sticking out a little bit too much. There's quite a bit distance here between the minute track and the 4 o'clock window. Caliber 582 QA, 40 hours power reserve. Don't remember what the water resistance is. I'm gonna say it's 100 meters to 350, but I'll double check. So the hand, you got the unique Breguet hand shape. I think it's called a Breguet faceted full apple shape. The minute hand here, the hour hand there. Let me activate the chronograph. Sunburst, blue dial, very beautiful, very classic. Take a look at the back. I mean, Breguet watches are so exquisitely made. There's no doubt. These watches are just such a beast. Such well made. It's a shame it's less popular. I don't know, man. I don't know why. Maybe the starting price is high. That's one of the reasons. Most folks entering the market will go for Omega, Breitling, Rolex type. But if you want something unique, they have some dressy watches that can, the 3-hand regular Marine if you don't want a chronograph. The one thing though, look at the case. So the top bezel area is polished. Then you got this vertically horizontal signature Breguet. I think a lot of their watches have this signature vertical lines, which is kind of neat. And you look at the 2 chronograph pusher, it's also like a little waving shape. It's not the standard look. One is facing inward, one facing outwards. Very unique feature. Very, very neat. Very, very unique. Now, here's the part. They don't have the traditional lug. They have this short lug. It's relatively narrow. I think this part is only about 26, and they directly have the links. I think the way these bracelets, they're not like a regular spring. It's a very tight screw type of link, very solid. But that's the thing about this, take away a little bit. It just looks, to me, at least when I look on photo, looks a little bit strange. You have a really nice round shape, okay? Then you have suddenly like this narrow bracelet link, almost like there's no lug. It's just the bracelet is directly connected to the case. I don't know if everyone's gonna like it. I don't know if I like it. I mean, it's gonna take me a little bit of time to get used to it, I have to say. Let me put on the wrist to get a better feel. I mean, obviously this is a Gigantor watch, but that's, I mean, it's not as crazy big as I thought. I mean, it's doable. If I want to wear this watch, of course, on the weekends, not a dress watch, it's doable. It's not like crazy. I mean, the link does, Unlike most of the watches who have a lug, the lug will taper towards your skin like a natural curve. So the first link will be like where my thumb is right here. But this kind of sit up a little bit, creates a little bit more space between the end of the tiny short lug. Or maybe there's no lug, it's just extension of the case. It's a better description. So there's that big hole there. It'll take a little bit of time to get used to, I think. I don't think people will get used to it right away. I mean, it is light though, I like that. 131 grams. I don't feel heavy at all, this watch. It's very, very light. But the shape of this, I don't know. Maybe, you know, like I said, you know, I'm not a Breguet expert. It's the first time reviewing. I mean, what do you call this first piece? Is that the extension of a case? Is that just beginning of the bracelet? Or is that kind of like a mini lug? How do you guys feel? Let me know, please, in the comment, like from this tight end to end here. It doesn't look super harmonized, you know, the case and the extension of the case. I don't know. Definitely, it's going to take me more time. Maybe for the smaller model, for the regular three-hand Marine, if I have a chance to take a look, I'll give it a try to see if I feel a little bit differently. But for this, I think it's an acquired taste. I mean, it's acquired taste. You like it, you like it, you don't like it. It's going to be tough to like this design, the case design with the extension here. So this watch retail price is how much? Almost 30,000, man. 29,700. That's the thing I mentioned earlier, right? The Breguet watches, they're well made, they're expensive. But one of the negative part is, except few models, and most of their models, like many other watches, you can get a very big discount. I think easily 20 to 30% discount, easily. Why? Because I'm seeing a secondary market for a brand new, a near new is selling for 20 for this model. Brand new is 30,000 at AD plus tax, between 6.5% to, you know, almost 10.75%, depending on what state you're in the US. I mean, this watch could easily be, you know, 32,000 out the door with tax if you buy from AD. So I think based on what I've seen, 15-20% discount is a given. If you push for 30, it's probably doable if you have a decent relationship with the AD where you bought other watches. You know, that's just a shame. You know, well-made machine and just, you know, selling at such deep discount, unfortunately. All right, this is the Breguet Marine Chronograph 5227 Ti titanium model. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.